Have you recognized your twin flame? 4 authentic spiritual twin flame signs. Here are 4 authentic spiritual twin flame signs from a true twin flame. Hi everybody, I'm Christina from the website www.twinflamestages.com, and today I want to talk to you about authentic twin flame signs. Now, have you discovered yet whether you're a twin flame, and do you understand the twin flame signs? If you're not quite sure how to recognize your twin flame, it can be a little bit confusing or daunting. Now, if you're anything like me, in my original stages, you might be about 80% sure, but not 100% sure who your twin flame is. And I want to help you today in actually grabbing some more certainty around that, because of course only you can know for sure. Nobody can actually tell you that. Now, I know in my travels and being on the journey for the last 10 plus years, twin flames seem to fit into 2 groups. Those who know they're a twin flame before they meet their twin, and those who don't know a twin flame until after they've met their twin flame. Now, I personally think it's easier if you don't know you're a twin flame till you find them, because it's easier then to work out who your twin flame is. But like I said, there are a lot of people who found out about their twin flame earlier. So how do you know without a doubt that the person you think your twin flame is your twin flame? Well, as I said, the only way to really know is to feel it inside. You can't work this out in your mind. No one can tell you, not your friends, not a psychic. Only you can identify your twin flame. So that's why I'm sharing with you today 4 authentic spiritual twin flame signs. There's millions of twin flame signs. So there's not millions. So there are lots of twin flame signs that you can look at online, pointing out things like looking at the sign 1111, but that can mean so many other things. That doesn't mean that you're a twin flame. So the signs that really work best are spiritual twin flame signs that occur when you and your twin flame are together in each other's company, and are based on your physical and spiritual experience with each other, because they're far more specific and relevant. Okay, this bypasses the mind and actually shows you the truth. It's a bit like you're either pregnant or you're not. There's no in between. When you have these authentic spiritual signs, it helps you know that you are with your twin flame. Okay, so let's go. Here are the 4 authentic signs. Spiritual true twin flame sign number 1. You want to merge with your twin. This is a really, really strong one. And believe it or not, this sign is rarely mentioned, and it's also not about sex. As a true twin flame who is one soul in 2 bodies, there will be times on your twin flame journey when all you want to do is to merge each halves of your soul back into one. And it can often appear as a very intense feeling of wanting to merge both of your bodies and merge them now. It is a very powerful and completely automatic feeling, and it can be really awkward, especially if it happens at an inappropriate time, especially when it happens in early stages when you may not know your twin very much, but you want to crawl inside their skin. It's a totally weird yet very cool sign. If this sign doesn't convince you there's something very special about your twin flame connection with this person, then nothing else will. Spiritual true twin flame sign number 2. Your twin flame feels like you incarnated into another body. Have you ever looked at someone and felt like that if you had incarnated on this earth again in another body, and perhaps even in a different gender, that person had exactly the type of body that you would have chosen and is acting like the way that you would have acted? Well, as you look at your twin and you get that weird sense of they are you in another body, even if they're in the same sex body as yours, then there's likelihood that this is your twin. Now, one of you might express yourself with more of a feminine energy or behavior, and the other might express themselves with more of a masculine energy or behavior, but you still get this really weird feeling like you're looking at a copy of yourself. And if this person is your twin flame, it's true. They literally are you in another body. Now, as you find out more about your twin flame, you will find huge similarities in their life story and experiences. You might have had almost identical, or at least very similar careers, or it might have that you've had some kind of illness or family situation in common. Your twin flame is literally you experiencing basically the same life from a different perspective, yet in a similar, yet slightly different way. How does touching your twin flame physically feel to you? Have you ever tried touching your twin flame on the hand or the arm and notice how touching the skin feels very much like touching your own skin? You will discover you can't always tell where your body finishes and where theirs starts because you are one and the same. Spiritual true twin flame sign number 3. They feel like home. Now, you've probably heard this one before. Everybody says that your twin flame feels like home, but nobody explains what home is. Now, for those of you that have truly felt it, I don't need to describe it. We all recognize the feeling of home when we feel it. But for those of you who really aren't sure, I will give it a try to explain. So home in twin flame terms means feeling complete and 100% okay. You are grounded, present, and 100% focused in the now moment and each other. You could both be standing in the middle of a cataclysmic event occurring around you and not even notice. You don't need for anything. You are perfectly happy being your natural self. If you were to die in 2 minutes' time, you would be perfectly fine with that. There's nowhere else you'd want to be, no one else you'd want to be with. There's nothing else you wish to do. All is well in your world. You truly do feel at one and as one with your twin. Time outside of where you are at the moment simply ceases to exist. Spiritual true twin flame sign number 4. Now, this is a big one. Recognition that you have always loved them. Let me repeat that. Recognition that you have always loved them. Now, most adults will have always had at least one experience in your life where you realize you've fallen in love with somebody. You probably also remember, often vividly, the exact moment when you realized that it happened. Time would have slowed for you and you would have realized to your shock, oh my God, I've fallen in love with whatever that person's name was. Now, twin flames are a little bit different. The process is the same, but it's not the realization that you've fallen in love with your twin flame, but rather that you have never, ever not loved them. That you have loved your twin flame for all of eternity and always will. And this can be a really interesting realization, especially if it happens in the beginning when you realize you hardly know your twin flame at all. But your soul does. Your soul knows your twin flame really well because they are you. So for any true twin flames who are listening to what I'm saying, think back now to when you realized you loved your twin. Did you realize that you had just fallen in love with them? Or was it more along the line that you had always loved them? So these are 4 spiritual, authentic twin flame signs that are coming to you from a true twin flame. I hope they have helped you in identifying your twin flame. Now, as I've said before, only you know who is your twin flame. The recognition process happens at a soul level, and it's based on how you feel in their presence, how your souls interact with each other, and how it feels to be physically united with each other in the same time and space. This is how you feel these authentic, spiritual, soul-based twin flame signs. Now, you may not get all of these signs that I've just mentioned all on one day. They're most likely to occur, however, over the first 6 months of frequently spending physical time with your twin flame. Now, for those of you that have met your twin flame in person but don't have these signs, there's a possibility that this person may not be your twin flame, or they may be a false twin flame, or they may simply be a soulmate. Some of these feelings, such as the merge, may not actually happen until you and your twin flame have started your alchemical process, but the feelings of home or being in another body should definitely be there. Your true twin will embody aspects of every special person that you have ever dated and may not fit into the normal type of person that you are usually attracted towards. So if you're unsure who your twin flame is and you have picked a person because they're your type, then you might need to think again. Now, if you want some more help in understanding your twin flame and the twin flame journey that you might be on, I have a couple of courses over in my twin flame school that might help you with this. One is about the 6 common twin flame journey types and their effect on separation. And this explains all the different journeys that twin flames have. I found there are 6 common journey types. After flying around the world and attending different conferences and speaking to as many twin flames in union as I could, I created this course. There are some twin flames who have long distance relationships, some who have restricted relations, some who meet as children but may not be activated till something like 20 years later. So that will all affect when you actually see these authentic twin flame signs. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about what your twin flame journey might be looking like and how much time you may be spending with your twin flame face to face before you go into separation, you may want to check that course out. If you're very new to twin flames, I have a free course called Twin Flame Terminology that will explain some of the different terms of twin flames to you, because what you think they mean and what they may mean are completely different in this particular journey. I also offer some coaching services. One in particular is my big picture twin flame perspective. So if you're really stuck on your twin flame journey and you have no idea what's happening and you want some guidance on what the next steps are that you can take, please check out that big picture twin flame service. You will find all the links on my website, and the links are in my About Me page within YouTube or my website www.twinflamestages.com. Thanks very much for your time and watching this today. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'm so happy to be of assistance to you. Hang in there, you can do this. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.